Hey, it's Becky. The best way to teach basic math facts, part whatever we're on, slow down. One of my favorite things to do is to teach kids how to draw something and then weaving in the math facts as we go. So today we're going to draw a sea turtle and some starfish around the sea turtle. And we're going to use the starfish around the sea turtle as the math fact practice. So you can follow along, get a piece of paper and a pen. I'm going to be using, I already have it sketched on here. So if you don't know how to draw, you can just follow along. You can use coloring book pages and you tape them on the window and then you put a piece of paper on top and then you can trace the image right on top. Trace it lightly in pencil so that your kids can trace and draw along with you. Okay, so we're going to draw a sea turtle math fact. So I'm going to start with the shell of the sea turtle. Just kind of sticking with the summer theme of ocean wonderfulness. And I just think sea turtles are the coolest thing. So there's the outline of the shell. And then we're going to do an inner shell. And on my phone, I'm actually going to pull up sea turtle anatomy. This is exactly what I would do if I was teaching my kids math facts with this. So sea turtle anatomy. And we would be talking about what the different parts of the turtle were as we were drawing. So let's see if it'll pull up. Give it a second to pull up. Whoops. Of course, I deleted it. So let me come back in a second. So let's do the sea turtle's head. And an eye on the outside, eye on the outside. The inside of the sea turtle's shell, it has a different name. So let's see, sea turtle anatomy. My light just fell on the ground. There we go. Come on, open. Technology, it's wonderful. One of the things that we need to teach our kids is to slow down, right? It's okay to not be in a hurry when we're learning, when we're teaching our kids about math facts. So the shell is called a carapace on a sea turtle. And so we've just drawn the outside of the carapace or the shell. I can get my light to stay. We will only give it a chance. And I'm going to put carapace or shell. And the inside of the sea turtle shell has these shapes on the inside that have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shape or 6 sides, hexagons. So as we are drawing the sea turtle, we can be talking about a basic shape of a hexagon, which has 6 sides on the sea turtle. Now, this is all about math facts, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be drawing a star or starfish, and inside each of the starfish, we're going to write or draw or trace, depending on how young your kids are, a math fact. So for this sea turtle, let's pick addition, and let's pick addition by 4, just randomly off the top of our head. So this could be 4 plus 0 equals 4. So as we're drawing our sea turtle, we have begun to draw our carapace, which is the shell, and it has these shapes around the inside, the inner layer of the carapace. I think sea turtles are the coolest thing. Totally, right? I love Nemo. Anybody else love Nemo? So we're just drawing the inside of the shell. We're not worrying about whether or not it's perfect. We're not even worried about, our art skill at this moment. What we're doing is we're leaning into learning and we're working on our math facts as we go. So we have 4 plus 0 equals 4. So we're going to trace another star, and you can use stencils You can trace them on there and the kids just trace them. So we've got 4 plus 0. Now we can do 4 plus 1 equals, and have the kids say 5. So now on our sea turtle, let's see, we have the carapace. These parts right here are called shoots or scutes. Scutes, scutes right there. And so we've drawn the carapace of our shell of our turtle. We've drawn in the scutes of the turtle. And then around the outside, it has some more shapes, just giving it some more definition. It's a magnificent creature, this sea turtle. So as we're drawing our sea turtle shell. Have you ever seen, I remember being little, lived in San Diego, not a sea turtle, but a Galapagos tortoise. I remember sitting on a Galapagos tortoise when I was a little girl, super big. Okay, so let's see. Now we've got the scutes, we've got the carapace, we have the marginal scutes. That's what these are right here. The marginal, they're the ones that are outlining the shell. Marginal scutes. Okay. And then we know that these are the flippers of the tortoise, of the sea turtle. We've got the four flipper. It's kind of a boating term. We've got the fore flipper, which is in the front. And then we have the hind flippers, which are in the back. And we've got, so fore flipper. We've got hind flipper. Okay. Oh, we should do another fact here. So we're going to draw a star. 4 plus 0 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. 4 plus 2 equals 6. Do we see a pattern? 4, 5, 6. Good. Always want to be, math is about finding patterns in everything that we do. So this little guy right here is the tail. So now we have our basic sea turtle outline, and we can go in and we can fill in our math facts. You can imagine sitting here with your student, with your child, 4 plus 3 equals 7, okay? Filling out these stars with the different math facts. If they're young, just learning their addition or subtraction facts, it'll help them make more sense if you do them in an order. If you're working on facts with an older child, you want to mix them up, which is more of an abstract way to solve the math facts. So we've got 4 plus 3, 4 plus 4 equals 8. This is called a double. So you'd want to point out, remember, anytime you can just casually talk about math vocabulary, you want to do that. We've got a little star here. Again, these are just traced on my paper and I'm just outlining them as we're talking. You can easily do this with your kids, and it's magic as these pictures come to life. So 4 plus 5 equals 9. We'll just go ahead and fill in our facts real quick. 4 plus 6 equals 10. We really want to pay attention to facts that add up to equal 10. Those are really powerful addition facts for our kids as they are doing things like adding up big lines or rows or columns of numbers. Super powerful. Over here, we'll do 4 plus 7. 4 plus 7 equals 11. We'll do 4 plus 8 equals 12, keeping with the mix-up facts theme that we have going right here. We'll do 4 plus 9 equals 9. When you're adding with 9, 9 really wants to be 10. Oh, it wants to be 10. It's so close. So what it always does is it goes over to the next number and it sucks one away and makes itself a 10. So if 9 pulls 1 away from 4, what's left? 3. That's right. So 10 and 3 is 13. 4 plus 9 is 13. Then we are, am I missing one? 4 plus 10 equals 14. Oh, and I didn't draw all the stars. Awesome. 4 plus 11 equals 15. And let's squeeze the other star right here. Freehand it sideways. It's not going to be as neat. 4 plus 12 equals 16. Okay, so now we have drawn our amazing sea turtle. Can you imagine your kids sitting here working on this math fact as they're drawing their sea turtle? Now, you at this point have so many options, so many options. You can leave this for another day. You can tape this on the inside or the outside of a window, and tomorrow, when the kids are doing their math facts, they can trace the stars and write the facts with a dry erase marker. You can use a stencil and cut out an additional set of cards, stars, that then you can use as a hide the fact, and you can just write 4 plus 4 and put that on top. And so it can then turn into kind of a review game that you can say, okay, what's 4 plus 1? And they say 5, and then you peek. Oh, yay, you got 5. So there's so many things that you can do with this. And this would work with addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, or anything that you're working to memorize with those basic math facts. So you can color this with markers, just simple markers. I think my sea turtle, I'm not very imaginative, and especially when I'm drawing a sea turtle drawing. Let's see what colors comes up. There's, oh, blues and teals and browns, right? So you can definitely do these with markers. Oops. So you can do the seashell with different marker colors. Again, the trick, honestly, to mastering your basic math facts is to live with them, to share space with them, to lean into them. And this is way more fun than doing a math drill sheet. And it'll go on to live for a week or a month. It might even turn into a poster board that you put on my kids loved to put stuff like this on their bedroom walls, especially when they were little. We would hunt and find them. So 4, 5, what's 4 plus 6? 10. What's 4 plus 9? 13. They're looking at the facts. You don't have to hide them, right? You don't have to say, what's 4 plus 4? 8. You can point right to all of the numbers. 4 plus 4 is 8. And they're seeing all three of those numbers together. Let's get a big one. 4 plus 1 is 5. But if you know that, then you know 5 minus 1 is 4 because they're a family. They live together. If you know that, then you know 5 plus minus 4 is 1. That's right, because they live together. So coloring this poster in together, you can use watercolors. I have these really pretty pastel watercolors, and you can just take like a makeup sponge and you can wet the makeup sponge. And let's pick a tealy color. Let's see if this will show. We'll do a sea turtle. You can watercolor your sea turtle You can paint. You can use Play-Doh and do rolling and have the kids create the stars. There's so much happening here. There's fine motor skills. There's fine motor development, especially if you add in something like Play-Doh. There's colors, there's shapes, there's math facts, there's vocabulary, and there's interest, because this is not just a boring black and white worksheet. And I love boring black and white worksheets. I don't think they're boring. I actually make them. I think they're fantastic. But how much more interesting will your kids find this if, yes, they're doing their math facts, but really what they're doing is they're spending time with you and they're learning something about a creature that is so fantastic. I just took my, gosh, how old is he? He's 20. Just took him to go look. We went to Florida together. He's looking at a school down there. He's going to be moving one of these days. And there was actual sea turtle nests. And we thought that was the coolest thing. I'm switching to blue because I'm going to add some blue. See if I can get it to show. Sea turtle nests. Do you live anywhere near something fantastic like a sea turtle? Oh, I think they're fantastic. So I'm just leaning into the watercolors. If I was going to be doing this with my kids as they're learning this math fact family, I would do something with this every day for a week or two. It's not a one and done activity. This is something, the more time you spend doing stuff with this, the more it comes to life and the more the kids take ownership to it. And how cool would this be to show grandma or your next door neighbor that doesn't think that your kids know their math facts? It's like, fantastic. Okay, so what other color do we need? We need some tan in there using the same brush. Let's see what this color, don't worry if you make mistakes on it either. Let's see what this color does. Oh, I forgot his tail. Okay. And then here with the math facts, you can take the opportunity to be learning odd and even before the kids understand what those are. So if you add an even number plus an even number, you're going to get an even answer. So this is an addend plus an addend equals the sum. In addition, the answer is the sum. So you can start saying things like that. Starfish in my world are pink and purple and, oh, how about neon green? Nope, let's just stick with our pink and purple. That way we can do odd and even. So I'm going to go through here and I'm just going to outline the stars that have even facts. Just the even facts. So I'm looking through here and I'm looking for the math facts that have even answers. If you're doing multiplication or you're working with bigger numbers, you can be looking for things like prime, or you can color code them prime or composite. 10. I wish my kids were little again. This is so cute. Okay, so we're almost there. So down below in the descriptions, always look when we're talking about basic math facts, because in the descriptions, I will almost always have something for you down there, and I don't want you to miss anything. Before you leave today, make sure you like and subscribe. I have so many ideas to share with you, and I don't want you to miss one. Remember, this teaching your kids their basic math facts, this is like a buffet. You're coming and you're looking and you're saying, ooh, I can do that with my kids. I have tracing paper. I have computer paper that I can tape on the window. I can download a coloring sheet from Bekki. I can find a coloring book and I can use tracing paper to make my own. We can look up a drawing lesson. So you always want to be, when you do something like this, you want to pick something of high value, something that you and your kids love, but your kids really need to love it because it'll hold their attention as they're doing this. And suddenly this is not math. This is fun, right? The kids are learning, they're color coding, they're learning about odd and even, the anatomy of a sea turtle. They are learning that you're cool and it's okay to spend time with you. This is an important lesson. Trust me, if your kids are little, you may not know this yet, but you want to encourage your kids to always spend time with you. So I'm just going to add some color because I can. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be awesome. I'm going to add some color in here. Make him sea turtley. And I need another one to get to my pink. So math facts. Lean into your math facts. Find a way to spend time with your kids just hanging out. Students, kids, grandparents, grandkids, nieces, nephews, next door neighbors, whoever needs to memorize their facts. Maybe it's you, and that's okay too. Challenge yourself to learn your facts if you don't know your math facts too. But you're spending time, you're letting them know, like this whole time we've been on for 21 minutes and I'm moving way too fast. If this was with little kids, this is way too fast. So you'd really want to just take your time. Maybe the first day, all you do is trace the turtle. All you do is trace the turtle. Then the next day you come back and you're like, gosh, I wonder if these have names. And then you add the names of the turtle. And then you come back and you trace the stars and you add the math facts. This kind of stuff is powerful, super powerful. Don't be afraid to break the rules so you can add color that wouldn't typically go on a real life turtle. Let your kids kind of run the show when it comes to color. Remember, art is subjective. And then when you're all done, you will have spent time together. You will have learned math facts. You will have learned something amazing. You will show your kids by following step by step, even tracing this shape. There's so much in here. But even just the skill of tracing something is a fine motor development. But our world is so busy and so crazy. It's so easy to just say, here's page 17 and move on. This is so much more fun and it's so much more powerful. And now when you're done, you have this amazing poster that you can place on the wall. Always sign your artwork. You have this amazing poster that you can place on the wall and you can use it as daily practice. Super fun. Yeah, and even before you color it, you could make copies of it so that it could be a daily coloring thing. If your kids are, out of all 5 of my kids, only 1 really loved to color. So that'd be something that you could do there. So what kinds of things can you do with a math fact? You can draw something that is of high value to you and your child or student. You can lean into the vocabulary of whatever that is, always repeating. Everything has its own set of vocabulary. And to unlock understanding, we want to understand the correct terminology as we're learning about something. You are learning about shapes. You are learning about math facts. You are turning it into an odd and even activity, and so much more. So I hope you loved this. Go ahead and like and subscribe. Hit the bell so that you don't miss anything else. And make sure you go down below and look in the descriptions and see what I have for you today. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next. Bye.